Hey everybody, welcome back to the Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. It's me, Jack, the other host. And once again, I'm bringing you a nice, quick, and easy recipe. We're going to be making crescent roll pizza rolls, or something like that. I don't actually know what the heck to call them. They're basically crescent rolls stuffed with some cheese, some pizza sauce, possibly. You can go with or without it, the pizza sauce, and pepperoni. And that's just the basics of one. You can add more stuff if you want, but that's what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at our ingredients. We have 2 tubes of crescent rolls. I went with the original. I didn't go with the flaky butter. You can if you want. I have 1 small jar of pizza sauce. You don't have to use pizza sauce if you don't want to. You can just do cheese and pepperoni. This is actually going to be the first time I try pizza sauce, so hopefully it works out. We have some pepperoni here. You know, it's regular, not the turkey version. But cheese, things can get interesting here. So you have your classic shredded, and then you have your stick cheese. You could use either one. If you're going to use stick cheese, cut them in half. And I've never actually done it with this, but my wife says it works, so we're going to give that a shot too. I'll try to show you both methods. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and deal with our stick cheese variant first. So, for 1 tube of crescent rolls, there's 8 in here. You're going to need 4 sticks of cheese, and you're going to cut them in half, and that you end up with 8. So let's go ahead and open it, and I'll just give you real quick. And like all you really have to do is just cut the stick in half, and bam, that's it. And set it aside in like a bowl or plate until you're done with all of them. Alright, so here we go. We got our 4 sticks cut in half, and next we need to open up our can of crescent rolls and start laying them out. Alright, so here's one of our crescent rolls. I'm going to go ahead and put a thin layer of sauce on the larger half. You don't want to put too much because you're just going to have a whole bunch leak out the sides when it's baking. We're going to add our cheese roll or cheese stick, and then we're going to add about 3 pepperoni to it and wrap them around it real good. If you want, you could add more depending on how many pepperoni you like. Now, doing this with sauce makes it a little bit messy. As I believe I mentioned earlier, you can completely omit the sauce if you don't want the mess from it, or if you just don't like pizza sauce in general, or if you like a different kind of sauce, like maybe Alfredo. You could try this with Alfredo sauce. I've never done that before, so I'm not sure how well that would work. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And there we go. Let's go ahead and put it aside on your baking pan, because we're going to be baking these just like you would normally bake crescent rolls. Okay, so here's the version where we're going to use the shredded mozzarella cheese instead of the cheese sticks. Now, once again, I'm going to go ahead and opt for putting some pizza sauce down. If you don't like messes, you can skip this, as adding the pizza sauce does make it significantly more messy. But I'm a big pizza sauce person, so I'm going to go ahead and add some to the full length this time. You can add some to the full length of the mozzarella stick version if you want. I didn't do that. I didn't think about it at the time. But here we go. Don't put too much. You want to try and reduce some of the mess, unless you just don't care. Then go for it. Go ham. Okay, next we're going to get our pepperoni. I already got some out. And we're going to lay them out in the back here. We're going to do about 3. Once again, you can do more pepperoni if you want to. So 3 is a good start. And then wash your hands, and we're going to do some mozzarella. Okay, I went ahead and washed my hands. Now we're going to go ahead and add a good sized mound of mozzarella cheese to the back side of each of these. Try and get it on there tightly. It's not really going to work out too well, but do your best. Now, as for how much to add, I'm not entirely sure. Just go until you think it's comfortable. If you add too much, it's just going to pour out. That's why I'm not adding any on the length. It's just going to get lost. At least I think. Let's go ahead and try it. What's it going to hurt? I'm already putting down some. I don't mind if the cutting board gets messy. Just in case. Alright. Now, we're going to go ahead and try and roll this up as best we can. Oh yeah, look at that glorious mess. This is why I normally do the cheese stick method, because it's a lot less messy. The downside with the cheese sticks is, 1, you don't get as much cheese, and 2, the cheese is not guaranteed to melt by the time the crescent roll's done cooking. I'm going to go ahead and do something a little bit extra here. I'm going to try and put some additional pepperoni just to see if this will work out. I've never done this. Can't guarantee it will work, but if it does, hey, at least you know it will. And if you like extra pepperoni, then perfect. Now this will make it greasy, so I definitely gotta keep that in mind. I'm only gonna add 2. Now let's see if I can roll it successfully. Oh yeah, there we go. Now, if we learned anything from this exercise, is that I can't roll crescent rolls to save my life. That's not the point of this. So after rolling everything up horribly, we have a bunch of detritus left. Now, there's no reason for this to go to waste. Scoop it off onto a plate or into a bag and have it as like a cheese snack if you really want to. There is no reason this cheese needs to go to waste. Okay, here's our baking sheet with all of our crescent roll, pizza roll things laid out. Over here is our cheese stick versions. Over here and right here is these type with shredded cheese. Now, we're going to pretty much bake them just like you would normal crescent rolls. I got the oven set for 350 Fahrenheit as I'm using non-stick. And we're going to bake for about 12 minutes or until they're golden brown. Okay, and here we are. I just pulled them out of the oven. I cooked them for about 13.5 minutes. I checked them at 12. They look like they wanted to go a little bit longer, so I give them an extra 1.5 minutes. Over here, what we're focusing on, this is the cheese stick crescent rolls. They held their form a little bit better. Over here is the shredded mozzarella cheese crescent rolls. And they're a little bit on the flatter side. Here's 2 of the ones with the extra pepperoni. Looks like it worked out just fine, so if you want to do extra pepperoni, go for it. But yeah, there you go. They're not real hard to make, so let's let them cool off, and we'll go ahead and try 1 or 2. Okay, I want to crunch. Battery's about to die, so let's go and try one of these. So here we have one of the cheese steak variety, so let's go ahead and bite into it. Might still be really hot and molten in the middle, but let's find out. That's really good. Like, it's a really great snack. Really good for parties. It tastes great. I've never added pizza sauce to this before. We've always done it dry with just cheese and pepperoni. The pizza sauce is nice. I don't mind it. Now, if you don't want the sauce that went with the extra mess, you can leave it off. Another thing, if you're using a non-stick pan, even though it says non-stick, still spray it with some cooking oil. I forgot to put a cooking oil on it, and some of them didn't quite want to come off. Now, the cheese sticks didn't completely melt, so biting through it, you might pull the inside out. So keep that in mind with the cheese stick version, if you do that. Now, these are really good with the marinara dipping sauce. If you have a marinara dipping sauce at least on hand, I had to throw ours out. If you open it, you don't have very long to use it because it'll start growing stuff real fast. So that sucks, unfortunately. So we don't have any marinara sauce to dip these in. We could try dipping it in the pizza sauce. I might do that off camera, see how that goes. Now let's go ahead and try one of the other version, the shredded cheese. Now these come out flat. They don't hold their form very well, mostly because there's no cheese stick in the middle to hold them up. Let's go ahead and take a bite. The cheese is fully melted. It cooks all the way through for sure. So you don't have to worry about pulling all the insides out whenever you're done with your bite. But yeah, that's how you make the crescent roll pizza roll things. Name is a work in progress. Don't actually know what the heck to call these. Thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. It's not hard to make and it's pretty cheap. But you can catch us here Tuesdays and Fridays normally. Sometimes we don't miss a day. Things happen. Life is hectic. You can also find us over on Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen and Instagram at Living Between. Anyway, thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.